I want to ask you about John Tortorella. Torts was, I had Torts for 2.5 years in Tampa. I was a young kid. He made me a better player, but he made me a better man. At the time, I thought he was picking on me, right? Because he was calling me in this office every week, showing me video every day, ripping me. But looking back, John Tortorella means the world to me. I tried to get him on this podcast. His text back was hilarious. Like after all the Zegers stuff, Bucci, I'm like, Torts, come on here. Okay, he's like, I'm not even going to tell you what he wrote. But how is it working with him? You're an old school guy. You must appreciate where Torts is coming from.
Oh yeah, that's. I was coached hard as a kid. I mean, I was slapped across the face in high school once by a coach. I didn't tell anybody because I probably deserved it. I don't know what it was, but I probably deserved it. So I'm not going to tell mom and dad. That's just, we were coached hard. I came from that era of bike shorts, white socks up to your knees, spot built shoes, and a coach who can bench press 450. That's the kind of guys they were intimidating young men in their late 20s, early 30s who still had testosterone flying through their bodies, and so that's the way I was coached. So with Torts, it's kind of cool because, if I was a young person, he would obviously be very intimidating. My career's kind of in his hands. Now he's in my territory. I've established myself. I'm fine. He's not going to affect my job. So I can go toe to toe with him.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not going to take his stuff. I'm going to call him out on his, his crap. But I think he likes that. Like he likes that because I think so many people probably, especially players, probably cower to him, and he's looking for a challenge. He's looking for a fight sometimes. That's what he wants.
Absolutely.
And he likes the drama. Like he's one of those classic coaches who says, that the media is a pain in the butt. I don't want to do media, but they're really performers deep down. Like they love it. They know it's a big show, and they can use the media to make a point and to create something and create a mood. And Bobby Knight was the same way. I hate the media. They love the media. They love the attention. Yeah. Now Torts isn't that way. Torts is not, as not an egomaniac.
No,
he's not an attention getter at all. He's just a passionate guy who, like you said, comes from a certain ethic and is stitched a certain way, and that's just the way it is. But he's still looking to learn. He's still flexible. He's still, I think, searching. He's but he's definitely a person who's a giver. Like what he does with rescue horses and rescue dogs now, and so he's definitely the kind of guy who is a person who gives. That's where he finds his happiness. Early to bed, early to rise. And so, it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure he'll get a job this summer somewhere, and it'd be very interesting to see. I wish he wouldn't, because I think he'd be great on TV. He's one of, hockey hasn't had a lot of stars in terms of broadcasters, and he's definitely one of them. He's sticky. He's got that sticky quality that, look how many times he's gone viral this year, from the Zegers goal he's going viral, and not a lot of hockey broadcasters do.
Yeah, and you're so right, Bucci. Like everything Torts does as a coach, and I didn't know this at the time because I was young, but looking back, it's always calculated towards the team. Yeah, he hates the media, but he does it with a purpose. Like it's all about the team, and he is a giver. He has a funny way of showing it sometimes, and I love how you keep him honest, and I love how Torts will not change his ways. Like he will not change his ways. So no, I love him. I love him.
Yeah, no, I love him too. I love him too.